this book called The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. If you like sci-fi, give it a go. It's so good, I'm telling you. So this was a Christmas present from my parents to go and see Spirited Away in London Coliseum. So that's what we were doing. So we got here. This is, I think, Waterloo tube station. I am not used to the tube, so it terrified me. Yeah, it's pretty scary. Here I am walking to my hotel room I went with my partner and my parents. And I was just so excited. Absolutely so excited. I don't know why I filmed so much of the lobby, but hey, but that's my partner there in front of me. And okay, some of this is not well filmed. So we were staying in Tooting in London, which is like not central. We went to get dinner at Honest Burgers because my mom has celiac disease and it's really good for celiac. And here I am about to get, wow, that's a tube that was going past, but I was like, look how fast the tube goes, it's insane, it feels crazy. Yeah, I was shocked, as you could see. It was so hot in the underground station, I could not stand it. I really don't do well with heat. So, here I am walking to Spirited Away. I was so excited. This is London Coliseum, and this is what the stage looked like. I didn't have very good seats, but I still managed to really enjoy it. And it was an amazing show, but I was so tired afterwards because I'd done all the travelling and then went to the show. So here I am in the hotel, about to get ready for bed. And I had to put after sun on because I forgot sun cream and burned. I just burned so badly. So here I am doing my skincare. Yeah, it was just so hot, and it's like one of the only things I could concentrate on was how hot it was. But like I said, the show was absolutely amazing. I can't get over it. I would go and see it 10 times. If you ever get a chance to see one of the Ghibli films in London, oh my god, do it. I know it's very difficult to get tickets and some of them are expensive. We got the cheapest ones, which is why it was so bad, the seating. There's me laughing at my partner. I can't even remember what he said, but apparently it was very funny. funny. Okay, finishing up my skincare while laughing. Yeah, I was, like I said, I was so tired by this point. I just wanted to go to bed. We got back to the hotel at like midnight, and we literally got up so early to travel all the way from where I live. It is a 5-hour train. Good God. Of course I'm British, so I had to have tea. Some stereotypes are true. I had to cut a lot of this bit out because I accidentally filmed my partner in the background just gnawing down a bread roll. And he saw it and he was very upset, so I had to take it out. I had to take it out. We were watching the new Monster High. It's shit, don't bother. And here I am having tea in bed. Good night. And here I am the next day with my snazzy sunglasses and my tired looking boyfriend. We were walking, and today we wanted to go to the Natural History Museum. I have wanted to go here for years. I was so excited to go and see all the dinosaurs. It's like the only reason I want to go. And here we are about to cross to the Natural History Museum. Like, look at it. What a building. 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 Yeah, as you can see, I'm also struggling with heat today. It was like, it must have been a heat wave. We don't do very well with heat here in Britain, so. But as we walked in, immediately we saw this amazing, like, these amazing skeletons. And like, oh my god, I was just in awe and in shock. If you go to the Natural History Museum, make sure you donate to them. Their work is amazing. This is animatronic dinosaurs so excited about eating here because there were dinosaurs everywhere. This is a plesiosaur found by Mary Anning, who is one of my heroes. I absolutely adore her. So this was a collection of different fossils that they have found. It wasn't, we thought this was the dinosaur area. It was not, but I was so excited to be here and look at all these amazing, like, skeletons and fossils. I was just like, my god, this is so cool. You can probably see me in the reflection there filming. I think I was annoying everybody around me. I've never vlogged before. It's really difficult to see what I'm even doing here. I don't know what was going on. But this is a giant sloth, so these were around during the time that we were around. And they probably went extinct because of humans, which is so sad. This was a bit of a boring bit, but then we went into space. The only place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space. But this was really cool. When we were there, there was this American lady with her kids, and she literally screamed at them, and I jumped out of my skin. I was like, Jesus Christ, what the hell? Anyway, I hope those kids are doing well. But this was all about the history of Earth, and I just found it absolutely fascinating. Space is one of like my biggest and most long-term interests, so it was just really cool to get that feeling of being in space, I guess. This whole exhibit was just absolutely fascinating. It was talking about the mass of different planets. There's dark spots that are in the universe, and it was talking about like the temperatures of the planets. Obviously Neptune is an ice giant, so it was really interesting to hear about that. They also talked about a meteorite explosion, and I thought that was really interesting. You can see all of these awesome models that are basically talking about what was going on. But it was just really cool. They also had these, I think they were supposed to be for kids, but I was fascinated by them, where they're basically talking about the different the different, I guess, parts of Earth. And it was talking about the heat of Earth during meteor strikes, which I found really interesting. But the fact that they have these really old rocks, oh man, it's so cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed this bit. Like I said, I wanted to visit the Natural History Museum for years of my life, and I've just never been able to. I think something that some people in the world don't understand about Britain is that London is like a different country to us, as normal people who live elsewhere. London, when you go, like, I very rarely go to London. I've been like twice in my entire life, and both of them have been to see a show, and I've had to, it's been a big expense. But London is not like, I think some people believe that London is like, you just open your door and you can just go to London, and it's not that easy, it's not that simple. Like I said, London just feels like, it just feels like a different world, even to us. So, you know, like, I grew up in Birmingham, which is the second biggest city in the UK. Well, in England. I don't know if it's the biggest city in the whole of the UK, but it is in England. And it still shocks me how busy London is, how rude some people can be, how, like, crazy big it is, and how weird it feels to be there. Anyway, sorry, rambling. They had these suitcases full of different rocks and had explanations of, like, where they came from, what happened, what kind of life, as it were, the rocks led, and I just thought that was really interesting. I really liked these. I thought they were a really fun, accessible activity for kids to get involved. They also had this giant ball with a stegosaurus. That is the most complete stegosaurus skeleton. And here I am going up to it. It's called Sophie. So maybe I should be like, she's called Sophie. But it reminded me of house moving, castle, 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 castle. So they also had a star map on the wall, and we were enjoying looking for all of our star signs. And here we go, we're going into the dinosaur section. I am literally just excited, like rewatching this. I'm recording this as I'm watching the video myself. It's the first time I've looked at all of the footage. And yeah, I did not convey properly how excited I was. Like, look, I look really fed up because it was a long day. But that was my dad, by the way, ignore him. But I was so excited, like I could not calm down. And my partner had to be like, hey, it's okay, Tetra, let's breathe. But here we are, we had to go like through like a big, oh god, what do you call it? You had to go like, basically it was like a stilted queue. Anyway, they had this life-size Tyrannosaurus Rex animatronic, and it roared. It was terrifying. I will not give you the audio because it might hurt your ears, and I still want this to be somewhat relaxing to listen to. But oh my god, it was so sad. A little kid literally started screaming. I wouldn't go near it. They were screaming and screaming and kicking, and the mom was trying to pull him along, and he was like, absolutely no, not going near it. And I was just like, I mean, he's obviously got good survival instincts then, because all of these other kids that you can see in this video, who you won't hear them, but they were calling to the T-Rex and being like, oh, come here, come here. I was like, none of them would survive in the wild. And someone heard me and they were just like, what the fuck? Anyway, it was just a really impressive animatronic. I've seen it before because I saw it as a child. The Birmingham Museum borrowed it, and we went to see it, and we were impressed then, and we were impressed now. Like, it's just, I mean, look at it. Oh man, like, even like, my flight or fight was like kicking in, and I love dinosaurs. So we went into the skeletal reconstruction part, and oh my god, look at that camera angle. He was so big. They had a couple more animatronics, like little ones, which were also cool, but not as impressive as the T-Rex, I think because of the sheer size of it. Like, if you saw that in real life, like in the wild, you would freak the fuck out. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Now, my favorite dinosaur is Triceratops, and this is a Triceratops skeleton. It was really cool to see. We also got our pictures taken. So this exhibit was about sea life, and that is the size, the true size, of a blue whale. I have thalassophobia, which is fear of deep water, and I was terrified by this whale. Anyway, we went to this really posh cafe, and I got a rose latte, and that's what it looks like. It was beautiful, but the people in this cafe were so fucking rude to us that we had to ask them to take the service charge off because they were just so rude. And this is Chinatown. I have never been to Chinatown, so this was exciting. The second night we went to see Les Miserables. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It was really good. And here I am in the hotel again, eating dinner. I can't believe that you can order takeaway at like 2 in the morning in London. That's one of the things that I miss about being in cities, is when you're in the countryside, which is where I currently live, there is literally no way you're getting a takeaway at any later than like 9 p.m. And if you're coming back from somewhere like late at night, that is tiring. So this is me on the third and final day of my London trip. I just thought I would film makeup so that I'd have more time to talk about all the exciting things I got up I was really tired by this point, but we live, we move. So we went to go and get some street food from the street market. Like I said before, we went to see Les Miserables the night before, so we were talking a lot about what an amazing musical it was. It was my partner's first time seeing it, and he was really impressed as well. Everybody was sobbing, so not only were we really physically tired, but we were all also like mentally drained. London is just so much all at once that it just feels like you'd have to be a superhero to be able to take it all in and not feel exhausted. By this point, we were excited to do our last day. This is the day we were going to do sightseeing. So we were really excited to get some lunch and then go sightseeing, but we were so tired that I think we were ready to go home. So here is the London Eye. I went on the London Eye when I was in school still, before I was taken out to be homeschooled, and I was not impressed. But when I saw it this time, I was like, that is humongous. Absolutely humongous. Yeah, we had to find somewhere that my mom could eat, because basically my mom has celiac disease, and it means that finding things to eat is virtually impossible because no one understands celiac disease. It is not gluten intolerance, and any bit of gluten would make my mom really ill, and we just couldn't find anywhere, and she was really upset about it. And this was after we walked 20,000 steps every day. So we ended up in Pizza Express, where I got a pudding while my mom had a pizza, because I'd already eaten at the street food market. And this is very civilized. It reminds me of Swedish fika, which I remember I have a book about it. So here's the London Eye again. It really, this video does not do it justice. It is so massive. So we were walking to go and see Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament and everything. Unfortunately, Parliament was dissolved, so we couldn't go in, but I would have probably egged the politicians anyway. If you're from the British government, don't judge me. But yeah, I was so excited about being here that I just could not stop filming all of the amazing sights. Like I say, even for me, it makes me giddy, and I live in this country, so it just feels like, I don't know, it's strange. So this is what Big Ben looked like. It is really big, and I won't put the sound on because again it was really loud, but the noise, oh my god, it did the stupid ping pong. I sound like an idiot. I sound like a tourist. I was a tourist. But yeah, it is truly massive. It's humongous. So this is, I think, the Houses of Parliament. There were loads of people who were stopping. We also saw somebody stop in literally the middle of the road and nearly get hit by a black cab because they were taking photos. Now this is the thing, I understand a little bit of London etiquette, so I know not to do that. That some tourists do not understand that a black cab will run you over. They don't give a fuck. They ignore the crossing lights. They ignore everything. They don't care. They're busy. They're on a mission. So stay out of their way. So this is Parliament Square. Just look at the architecture of these buildings. It's like, I know it's really nerdy, but my god, it brought me some joy. It was really interesting. And yeah, at least in this small touristy area of London, people were less keen to like shove you out the way because they were on their commute or whatever. So it's not too bad. I'm sure I'll have some actual Londoners in the comments like, yeah, well, we hate tourists when we're commuting. I will clarify, we avoided the commute as much as possible, and we avoided commuters as much as possible because we know how busy it is. However, the amount of times that people literally shoved into us was absolutely insane. It did not feel appropriate. Also, that was a statue of Abraham Lincoln. Famous British man. Why is statues in Parliament Square. I've never been to Parliament Square itself before, so this was kind of crazy to me. There were loads of statues of people, some of whom we didn't even know. We were just like, what the fuck is that? I don't know, like, we're history nerds in our family, so the fact that even we didn't know makes me wonder how other tourists fare. Oh, also, we walked in front of a news report without knowing, so we were literally just right in front of a news report. So if you are British and you live, I can't stop saying it in the American way, if you live in the London area and you saw local news and you saw me on there, hi. I probably looked awful. Okay, so we wanted to head to Downing Street. Now, I don't know whether you guys know this, I didn't know this, but Downing Street is locked off. You can't actually go on the actual street, and now that I know it, I'm like, yeah, duh, like, the Prime Minister lives on that street, like, of course there are going to be more precautions taken, but, yeah, I don't know. It still, like, shocked me, because I was like, oh my god, I'm going to get a picture of me, like, sticking out my middle finger to number 10, not to get political or anything, not to get political, but I am a leftist, sorry. So, we went, and on the way back, I didn't get any footage of it, I'm afraid. We sat in a pub garden and got Pimm's, which is my favourite summer drink. I was so happy. And this is us on, we were nearly at the end of our trip now, like our train was like in an hour's time. So we were all just exhausted. We were making our way back to Waterloo Station. But because of all of the walking, I was in so much pain. So I was like, oh my god, can we just take the tube? We eventually did. But my partner wanted to go to the M&M store first. He didn't get in. The queues were like immense. And here we are in the train station waiting for our train home. And here we are on the train home. As you can see, I was so tired. But I had mochi ramen in my book, so I was more or less okay. Here I am eating the mochi. It was red bean, and I've never tried it before, and I didn't really like it. So here I am on the train. We were literally one stop away here. I was so excited, and here I am drinking my last bit of water. And I'm finally home. Whoa! I ate a pastry that I got. That's my dog in the background. I got a pastry that I got a croissant from a donut shop. It was really crap. I would never go back. But my dog was so excited to see me, and I was so excited to see her. I wanted to do like an ASMR, like eating the croissant, because I wanted to like film, like finish the video like well. But I was just so tired that I was just like, I can't be bothered to set up my light or anything. So sorry, this is very low res, bad lighting. But I got a dinosaur from the Natural History Museum. It's a diplodocus called Norman, and a notebook as well. And yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I have no more footage to show you, so I'll just do this in the dark. I really hope that this was interesting, and maybe even a little bit relaxing. This is the first ever vlog that I've done, and I've never had to film like a voiceover. So please forgive me if I made mistakes or if I sound a bit weird. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you. Good night. Sweet dreams. And I will see you very soon.